Hello world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to RoboThought Zero to Hero series, Python machine learning on the edge using Jetson Nano. Alright guys, we have reached lesson number 30 and from here we will get into more details and little complex it's going to be. I'm going to show you something called loading at data. Alright, how it works. In the previous examples, ton loads of examples, I showed you how to create your own data within pandas and manipulate that, and we just type our own data with example. Right now, assume that you have about a million set of data in an Excel sheet or a CSV file. Right, how do you import that, load it into pandas, read that, do some manipulation, do some cleaning and do some analysis and throw some decision making information out of that particular large data sets. And also in the future lessons we are going to learn how using that particular data you are going to send some command into your Jetson Nano which can trigger some external actions using the GPIO pins. That is where we are leading, guys. Machine learning in robotics, how interesting it's going to be, right? Anyways, all right, so guys, Python pandas loading data into data frames for machine learning, it's going to get a little bit more interesting and complex, so pay good attention. So if you have if you have any particular data sets which are stored in a file in your system on your desktop or somewhere else, pandas library, the Python pandas library can load them into the data frame which you will create in your IDE. All right, a simple way to store this data set is to use a CSV file. Okay, CSV stands for comma separated values. Okay, that is how it is called. Basically guys, you can use Excel as well, Excel spreadsheet, but it's going to be little tricky and it's little bit of pain when you slice and dice the data to do some manipulation and do some cleaning and stuff. I would strongly advise use CSV files. It's very easy to load and play around like in a jiffy. So CSV files basically contains a plain text with just separated with comma, and is a well-known format that can be read by any kind of libraries, not just pandas but also any other Python libraries. Okay, so in our series, this particular lesson I'll be using CSV file. All right, so I have already created a CSV file and put it on my Jetson Nano's desktop, so I will show you how it looks like so that you will get an idea and we will take it forward from there. All right guys, so let's get into the real-time example, and I am logged into my Jetson Nano. So let me just enlarge this screen. All right, so what I will do is, let me just minimize this IDE and let me just show you. See, for example, here on my desktop I have a file called data.csv. this is just a sample file randomly I created and you can create your own file, guys. You can also download from the internet. There are millions and millions of CSV files for practice purpose which is available in the GitHub or anywhere else, right, in the internet. If you want, I can leave this file in my GitHub and I'll put the link below this video. Basically this file has got all the examples which we learned before, like your bikes and the color of the bikes and the speed of the bike, and also calories, and we spoke about how many hours you run to burn about 450 calories, 500 calories, day 1, day 2, day 3. All those data I just put it in this particular file called CSV file. So it is on my desktop. Right now let's go to the IDE. Now I'll show you how to read this file and start doing some manipulation. All right guys, so let's import pandas as PD. All right, and hit space and enter. Do not enter as it is, because sometimes you don't see your IDE and it will select pandas instead of PD, and that's going to create a hell a lot of issues. All right, now let's say our data frame df equals pd dot read. Okay, this is what you are going to say, read underscore cv. Can you see that it shows read clipboard, read underscore csv, excel, all different types of files. Here we are going to read underscore csv. There you go, csv, and then a curly bracket. And then what you need to do, first just minimize this window. Okay, minimize the IDE and go to the folder wherever you save your data, the CSV file. You may create a folder, or you may create, it might be in some of the folder subfolders inside, but wherever you go, wherever you store, go to that particular path and then go to this particular file called data CSV, or your file name, whichever name you create. My file name is data.csv. So here you right click and go to properties. In properties you can see the entire path here, parent folder. There's something called parent folder. So let me show you again. You have to just right click on the file, on the data file, right? Go to properties, and in the properties you can see this parent folder. You copy this entire path. All right, copy this path and then you can close it. Now come back to your Visual Studio IDE. Now what you need to do, you need to say a single quote, okay, then paste that particular path. Okay, paste it. There you go. So once you paste it, you get the entire path of that particular file where you stored, and then put a forward slash again and your file name. So my file name was data.csv. All right, your file name might be different, right? You may name it whatever you want. So whichever name you put, whichever folder you use, make sure that you copy the same path and the same file name the way I showed you. All right, and then what we need to do, hit enter. Now let's say print df, our data frame, to underscore string. Okay, this is another method I am going to show you, to underscore string, and close the function. You need to close this method with a open bracket and a curly bracket, open curly bracket and a close curly bracket, right? That is how you end any of the functions and the methods you call in for. Okay, and now so basically you use to underscore string method to print the entire data frame. That is how it works, guys. So you need to understand this. Now let's see, let's print this and see if we are able to read the CSV file. Run Python file in terminal. Where is my terminal? Run Python file in terminal. Boom! Can you see that, guys? Can you see all those ton loads of data which I had to see? These are all random data, guys. For example, the duration, how many minutes you run, and the pulse and the maximum pulse and the calories. Random examples. You can use any examples you want, right? But make sure that you use CSV file separated with comma. Whatever the data you dump in there, you can now read it within your IDE using pandas. How beautiful it is. Just imagine, guys, what else you can do with this. You can do millions of other things. I am going to show you one by one. All right, now so basically, guys, by default, when you print the data frame, you will only get about first 5 rows and the last 5 rows and kind of thing, right? However, if you have, for example, if you have about say 1 trillion set of data and you need to print whole lot of things, that's not going to happen so easy way, right? All you need to do is just import the file and then set some path to it, and then export it, and you read it in the IDE, and then you can get into each and every sectors what manipulation you want to do, what cleaning you want to do, and what decision making output you want to generate, and then you have to visualize that, right? So that is how it works, guys. And in the next lesson I am going to show you some more examples using the same data.csv file, we will create ton loads of other exercise, and I'm going to get back to you soon with more number of lessons. Until then, see you. Bye bye.